on and realized,
Sorry.
and I realized that he had outgrown it while I was knitting it. So I had somebody else test the next size up and we got it done. And then he was able to model it. Here's him modeling it.
Oh.
Stinker. But he makes a very good little model when he wants to. So actually I'll do this one first and I'll save that one for last. So this is another piece I designed and it's kind of a trapezoid. So you can wear it a lot of different ways and I'll hold up the shape. This is called the Solar Wave Shawl and it takes 3 skeins and you can kind of make kind of a shawl collar out of it and have it be wrapped around. You can, but it's knit side to side and I have it upside down, don't I? No, I don't. Yes, I do. Problems with garter stitch as I go and I'm looking. So there we go. But you can wear this a lot of different ways, but this is 3 skeins. And it was ended up being kind of a trapezoid and she is much better at styling. But the big key is you're doing the side to side with this great lace edge on it that is a lot of the, and you could make it narrower if you want, but it's a great way to show off the yarn and the gradations in it. And this is one that's a really fun, rich red through yellow. And like I said, each of these colorways have 5 colors in it. And sometimes you see more of them and sometimes you don't. And the next one I'm going to show you, you see all the colors in it because this is what we call a unicorn. And it's this really adorable wrap that has buttons on it. And the fun part about this is that you use the eyelets for buttonholes. So you don't have to actually make buttonholes and it gives you a lot of flexibility with how you wear it because you can button anywhere there's a hole. So you do this. It's probably not the most flattering way, but you can move it around and actually the pattern shows a lot better. This is much easier to do when I'm not talking to people. But you could make it into almost like a poncho, wearing it on the side. If I can get it to hold still. So, but you can wear it over on the side with a poncho and I'm not going to get to behave while I talk to you. But it's a really fabulous one for showing off. This is colors. Like I said, this is kind of our most extreme. And I will show you the buttons here. I probably would have done slightly bigger buttons. I think one of my challenges I'm having right now is we've worn this a lot and the eyelets are getting a little bit saggy because we've had this piece since we came out with line. And this is by Ethel Weinberg. But it's really a fun piece. A lot of people love doing this one, but this shows you what happens when you get, and it's super soft.
Yeah.
And this shows you what happens when you get like high contrast colors. And I've got some new colors coming out in this for fall and for the late fall. I haven't shown you. I'll bring them in.
Yay, okay.
Nobody's really seen them yet.
This is one of my favorite yarns. By the way. Yeah.
So now we have some prizes.
Here we go.
So we've got one of the wine gift bags. So one skein wine gift bag.
In wine color.
And wine color. It's a different shade. This one's called grapes, if I do remember correctly. And this is going to go to Terry.
Oh, Terry.
So.
Yay!
Montel, so you'll want to watch this. I stuffed this in here, but hopefully she doesn't lose it.
She won't lose them.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. The bags are easy. I zip them in, but yeah, hopefully we'll want to be careful with those. I'm going to put it with you. And then I have a second one, and this one's in the graphite color, which is what Fontel is wearing for more of a black tie event or something very subtle. And this one's going to go to Terry's phone.
Terry's phone. Terry is on here as Terry's phone.
So whoever is Terry.
Do you know who this is, Terry? I'm looking to find her.
Okay, so the one that their thing says Terry's phone, you get one of these.
But we need to know who that is. You need to know. You need a last name. So Terry, because we don't know your last name, if you can put that in the chat to us or open up, unmute yourself and let us know because then we can get this to you.
And then our last one that we have is the inclination striped scarf.
So Terry and Terry's phone are the same person.
But Terry, what's your last name?
Kelson, Calsyn.
Okey doke. Thank you.
All right, names on it, Terry.
Okay,
So I have the inclination striped scarf, which is the 2-color scarf, and we did the Seahawks color or the Seattle color and a teal color that go together. So they'll look very different than we have here. It'll actually be a little higher contrast. And this is going to go to Kathleen Dorhocht. Hopefully I said that right.
Door
Dorholt, sorry, I look like C.
I'm,
So Kathleen Dorholt, you get a 2-skein scarf. Okay. Now,
yay!
I'm going to- So
Before we go probably to the next yarn that you're working with in your kit, does anybody have any questions? Are y'all good?
I have one more.
Oh, we have one
Oh.
more here.
And I have the rainbow wrap in the fabulous grapes color.
Yeah, there's the wrap. Yeah.
There's the wrap. So this will be a pink purple version of the wrap, a little less contrasty, but it'll be very
But
fun.
gorgeous.
It'll be absolutely gorgeous. I'd totally wear that. And this is going to go for Carol Knott.
Carol.
Yay! I love these bags.
Bags too.
Yeah.
We have new bags coming that are cotton.
It's okay to unmute yourself if you win.
We won't yell at you for that. All right, so my next yarn is going to come with a little bit more discussion about it because the Superwash Wave is fun and it's got great colors that interact with each other. But Superwash Merino is one we put in a little while ago. So we've had the 220 Superwash in our line forever. And people loved it, but we had some complaints from some of the stores. They hated the ball put up. Why isn't it merino? Because all your other Superwashes are merino and some other odds and ends. So we decided to come up with a merino version of our 220 Superwash. And it's been good. I created the palette from scratch, brand new, looks totally different. Stacks much nicer on the shelf for a lot of yarn stores, makes them very happy with me. So one thing I do want to talk about, because in this kit, there are 3 Superwashes, and really, really important that I do want to go through is taking care of and knitting with Superwash. This is actually, so what makes a yarn Superwash is your first question. So there are several ways to make a Superwash yarn. You can coat the fibers with like some sort of silicone or coating that, and this is temporary because what happens eventually the coating washes up. You usually will see this when you see something that says Superwash, it says machine wash, cool, lay flat to dry. They do not like being dry. It's not a good thing. And what I've also heard is when this happens, it will eventually start to pill, and it will pill faster and it will start to felt. So be very careful when you see something that says lay flat to dry, that's a Superwash, because it's probably coated and you will potentially get shrinkage if you wash it a lot in the wash. And then there's what they call, I think it's the Hercosset treatment, where they remove the scales. And this is where it's usually done with some sort of acid bath where the scales are thin. To make a true Superwash where it is machine washable and dryable, it ends up damaging the fiber a little bit. So and also makes it with the scales, how scales work in yarn and why it will felt is when you agitate it and it gets hot, the scales open up and say hi, and then they clamp down and they grab everything. And so you have something felt that the scales open really big and they grab each other. That's why, like Cascade 220, even if you have a hand wash cycle on your washer, please don't ever use it. It's just bad. You'll have a dog bed from a hat or a cat blanket very quickly. I've seen people do it, but I use the hand wash cycle. It agitated it. Doesn't matter. And then there's a Total Easy Care standard where it combines the two, where it removes the scales and then it puts a coating, which just gives it a little bit extra longevity of care. So several things that result from this. One, you actually need to usually knit superwash a little bit smaller needle than you would for a wool with the same twist and the same yardage. So this is why both superwash merino, 220 superwash merino and 220 superwash, they have one needle size smaller than the Cascade 220 because the scales have been removed and it will slip. It's much more slippery because there's nothing to stop it from sliding. So if you knit a kid's sweater on an 8 or a 9, it's going to grow when you go to wash it, and you're going to end up with this ginormous sweater. And even if you knit it on a 6 or 7, it's going to still grow some in the wash. How you deal with that is you throw in the dryer. It will bounce it back. Don't kill it, please. Don't like see if you can throw it in extra hot, and it's still wool. Come on, dude, you wouldn't do it to your hair. The second thing is you really need to think about how you're washing these. This is really, really important. So modern washers are absolutely horrible to hand knits. They're horrible. They've become more efficient, and there's a lot of front loaders, but there's a lot less water being used, and there's a lot of stuff is washed by rubbing. And I'll give you a hint: if you rub a knitted thing against metal, it's going to peel. So it's really, really important that you're making sure enough water is getting used when you wash a hand knit garment or anything that's actually knit, period, but especially your hand knit garment, or it's going to look old and yucky really fast. The second thing that's super important in this is be really careful with what you're washing it with. Get a true wool wash that's designed for hand knits. So Eucalyptus, Kookaburra, there's a whole bunch. Would you carry any other ones of those?
Yeah, you can.
Eucalyptus. Check with your LYS. Find what they recommend, because you're spending money for the yarn. You're spending a lot of time to knit something. You want to stay looking nice. So invest in some good wool wash, because commercial detergents contain enzymes. Enzymes attack protein. Wool, silk, alpaca, they're all proteins. It will start to break them down. It will start to make them look old and yucky. We figured this out personally because we have wool socks. We're wondering where our wool socks are wearing out. They're commercially made, but we wear wool socks all the time because we live in the Pacific Northwest. I know they have all the jokes about the socks and sandals thing. We don't quite go there, but we wear wool socks most of the year. And we're wondering where, when we looked at our church and went, oh, we didn't think this one had enzymes. It has enzymes. So we found, I use Kookaburra at home because I can get large containers of it. But for all my stuff at the office, I'm using Eucalyptus and silk predominantly, are my two favorites for hand washes, hand knits. So those are probably my two biggest things. Be really careful using enough water and use good wool wash. The other thing is when you're knitting with superwash, don't just tie a knot. Please leave long ends and weave them in, because they will work their way out. I learned this the hard way, and it didn't even involve washing. Was really proud of myself when I was an early knitter. We were doing like a knit along. We decided to all at the office make fingerless knits, and I was excited because I was learning how to do the thumb and pick up the fingers, and I was doing stripes, and I decided to get really fancy and even do slip stitches so that there was a little bit of a jagged edge on my stripes, and I thought they were super cool. They're really bright and fun, and after wearing them 2 times, all of a sudden I had a big hole in the back of my hand because I didn't leave long tails and I just kind of tied knots. I learned I don't do that anymore. But that also happens when you have a blanket and you're doing a join, and we've had stuff where people have thought that the yarn was defective because they washed a blanket and all of a sudden there's a big hole in the middle of it. And it's where they joined a strand. It's where they joined to either 2 colors or 2 different skeins of yarn, and they didn't leave a long enough tail and they didn't weave it in properly before they washed it. And it's super important because it will, once you something super wash, it's a lot more slippery. And it's not going to, you can spit felt wool, and make it behave just fine, but you're also not going to run it through the washer. So when you're using superwash, please, 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 please keep these things in mind so you're not mad at either us or yourself or whomever you got it from, that your piece that you spent God knows how many hours working on is now doesn't look usable. It looks horrible. So that's that. There's my quick everything superwash thing. But the superwash merino has over 100 colors. Yeah, it's over 100 colors now. I'll tell you, I've seen the new ones. There are over 100 colors now. We've got some new colors coming out for fall. Funtail carries a nice
And
assortment.
what's the yardage?
220 yards. Yes. Some of the 220 stuff isn't 220 yards.
Yeah.
So we've got some really great pieces I want to share with you in the superwash merino. Oh, wrong one. I'm not looking. So first we have a cute little kid sweater, and this is designed by Melissa Lehman. I got to hold still so it actually goes into focus. Here. There we go. There, it's happy. And this is goes from a 22 to 27 chest size for little kids. And you can do whatever color makes you happy. And it does have a nice button patch here, so you don't have to rip this over their head, because I know there's people who don't. I've had people like make sweaters and for gifts and didn't realize that you had to actually have a really big size head hole for the little kids, because their heads are really huge in proportion to their body when they're little, for gifts. But this one has a nice little button placard you can do, so it opens up so you can still have a cute little neckline. But this uses between 3 and 4 skeins of superwash merino. And this is called Daniel's Pullover. And it is after my little short one. Melissa Leitman named it for him. And that's when he was really little. He doesn't fit this anymore. But this is a Melissa Leitman design. It's free pattern. Our next one we have, this is a great way to play with 4 colors. This is called the Fair House Nude by Monica Russell. And honestly, this is a great one where you can basically, easiest way to pick up colors that are going to be easy to do for this is you pick 2 shades of 2 colors that you like how they interact together. So you can pick the purple and the green are complementary, or they're opposite each other color wheel, but you could do something that's more of a gradient thing, but you're going to want the contrast of the 2 shades. But this is a really fun one skein each of 4 colors.
It's really cute.
Yeah, super cute, extra soft, really, really squishy, soft, and awesome. All right, now we're to the big stuff. So so we have, okay, this is where I need Carrie to actually style me with this thing. She does such a good job.
Yeah.
Because I struggle with this one. You styled me with this before, and I tried this the other day and it was bad. Sorry, this is where it has a really long edge. Yeah. I need her around with me because she's good at this. She's much better than I am.
There's so many ways.
Yeah, there's a ton of ways to wear it, and I sit and fuss and struggle with it. So this is the Asymmetrical Lace Shawl by Lisa Gentry. And this uses 5 skeins. It is a completely monstrous piece. You can wear it for those that are feeling super not adventurous. You throw it over like this and it covers your shoulders. And I'm going to do this just so you can see
Oh yeah,
scale.
look at the back.
And
the
I want
stitch work
everybody
of
to see
this is
scale
gorgeous.
on this, and I'm going to try to hold still so you can see it. But there's
It's
this
lovely.
beautiful, beautiful lace edge on this that goes all the way around. And then there's these wonderful inserts, kind of, I'm trying to remember what stitch pattern that's called. And then there's like a picot edge on the side. So there's a lot of fun elements going on this piece. It's truly delightful. I like it because if I'm in a cold room, it's nice and warm and you can wear it almost like a blanket.
And it's soft.
It's super, super, super soft. And one of the things actually for people with lanolin sensitivities, superwash does, if you aren't super sensitive, superwash does make it nice, easier to wear it, because a lot of pretty much lanolin is gone when you've made something superwash. So, and it also, with the scales being removed, it becomes softer than it would be at the same micron. And micron is how thick, how coarse the fiber is. So when I'm talking about micron, merino is finer than not merino. And then there's different grades of merino. So this is a crochet piece. And this, somebody was joking the other day, this will also make a fabulous table runner.
Oh.
You can make a table runner out of this as well. It's a big rectangle, but this is the Irish Blessing shawl. I want to say it's, okay, this is 6 skeins here, but it's a nice, you can wear it a lot of ways, but it's really, really warm. And it's, as we all know with crochet, it's very dense, but it's beautifully done. Love the crocheted cables on this. Lots of texture, but the crocheted cable is absolutely phenomenal. And this was done by Kristen Sulfus Clay. We work with her a lot. She's really sweet and does a great job. So this is one of Fontel's favorite pieces.
Yes.
And this comes in 3 sizes, but honestly, the 3 sizes are kind of like more of like having 9 sizes because a lot of different people can wear the same. Like everybody at our office can almost wear this particular one. It's called the Dartmouth Poncho by Melissa Leitman. And I think this is the medium, but it's much. Honestly, I'd be happier if I was wearing it with like leggings or black jeans and a black tank top underneath. That would be my happy ideal place to wear this. But it's just, it looks much better on. But the story behind this is I was in New York and I've known Melissa Leitman for a lot of years. And we were at something together and she was showing me swatches and I'm like, oh my God, I love the it's a stitch pattern. And it was this one. And she's like, and I'm like, come up with something. I'll buy the design from you. Come up with something with a stitch pattern because I thought it was so fabulous. And she's like, well, it's really big, regular sweater. So we came up with the idea of kind of more of this boxy poncho, but it's super comfortable. It's nice and warm, but it's drapey and it looks good on so many different people.
Get up close. Let's.
Yeah, I want you to see
There,
this.
look at the angles of this.
Yeah, but this
I
is
love
really
this piece.
great texture-y. There's so much texture to this.
Dimension.
A lot of dimension.
Yeah.
So
That's cute. That's a great color.
I love this color.
Kind of a
And I
bark,
probably picked that color out because I do love that color.
kind of a burgundy brown
It is.
Yeah.
bark color.
And there's a little bit of purple in there too.
Yeah.
So I believe I have another Melissa Leitman piece here, and then I'm going to have Fontel do yours.
Sure.
And then I'm going to show off my last one and see if I can get, I think I can wear that one. We'll find out. So this is a really cute cardigan by Melissa as well. I'm almost positive. Nope, this is Cheryl Backridge. And this one is called the Ellie cardigan. And this one goes in from a 36 to a 56-inch bust, but really great lacy case. So it can be really, you can dress it up, dress it down. You can wear it with jeans. You could wear it over a cute dress, especially if it's not patterned. But comes in a huge range of sizes on it. Very flattering and super back simple. So our detail here is on the little stitches here, the nice little diamonds inset here. But really, really fun. And I'm gonna let you show that while I go and try to put on the timeline.
So this is the same superwash merino, and this is my cabled shoulder wrap. And again, it's just a rectangle. So this is my cast on edge. I knit a rectangle. Then I sewed it together with, this is my bound off edge here, left a neck opening and picked it up and just did a rib collar. Yeah, so I'll come up close so you can kind of see the stitches. And okay, full disclosure, you can see it's not quite done because I didn't get my last tail buried. I know. So it's fresh off the needles, but I love this piece. And it's, again, the yarn is so forgiving. So this pattern is still on my desk. It will be available for skeins. So the asymmetrical shoulder wrap, cable shoulder wrap.
All right. And this is, I did get this on, I was making sure. So this is the Timeline Pullover by Therese Chenoweth. And this comes in like 7 sizes and really cute top down and just almost, it's pretty much almost TV knitting, except for there's really great little slip stitch pattern here, which adds just a little bit of interest. It'd look better if I was wearing either a turtleneck or a tank top underneath it, but you get the idea. But really super cute. But this is one, you definitely a ton of sizes on this.
You know what I like about that design? It makes the shoulders look wider and the bottom part of you look a little thinner. Not meaning you personally, just meaning, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a really flattering piece. And like I said, we really try to think about when we're looking at pieces, especially the ones that are offered in a wide size range, we want to make sure that they're ones that are going to work for everybody who knits them and be flattering and something people can be really happy with wearing. So with that in mind, we're going to hit our door prizes for the Superwash Merino because you all don't like door prizes anyway, do you?
Yes.
So, oh, I forgot the hat. Oh, dingy. I forgot 2 more garments. So what happens when I go look at the prizes. Sorry, I have 2 one-skein projects. So this is called the Danny Boy hat, and I designed this for my little munchkin when he was little, but I did it in a huge range of sizes. This goes, I think, up to adult, a full adult, large or extra large. But the one thing I will say about the stitch is I've had people, it throws it off, but you slip 2 stitches and you basically end up using a slip stitch, passing it over 2 stitches to bring the stitch count back on, and it puckers it in. So it does like a faux cable, but it's because the stitch is actually sitting over top of it that's slipped over 2 stitches. And I've had to explain that to a lot of people over the years.
Right.
But it's a really fun little once you get the gist, the gist of doing the stitch pattern, it's a really quick little hat. But you can do it from baby size up to full blown adult and pick the colors of your choice. But it makes a great beanie. And then the other one I have is this really fabulous 2-skein hat, 2-color hat pattern called the Going Vertical Hat by Lisa Ellis. And it's 1 skein each of 2 colors. And you could pick whatever. This would be a great team hat if somebody is doing sports. It'd be a fabulous team hat. But you could also do it something where you pick somebody's favorite 2 colors, or you could do something almost very op art with the tonal grays or all sorts of fun things. So these are the ones so I'm looking at their prices going, oh, I forgot to talk about this. So we have a 1-skein Danny Boy hat, and you get to see my little munchkin when he was much littler. And this is going to go to Rochelle's iPhone. So we'll need your last name, so if you can put it in the chat, that would be really, really helpful, so they can get you your prize.
And they can make this up in the adult size.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. This can definitely be made up in the adult size.
I think
So-
that's Rochelle Casper.
Rochelle Casper. Okay, do you want to put that on her tag?
Sure.
And then I have another of the Danny Boy hat that you can make into full-blown adult size. And that's going to go, and don't decide if you haven't won anything yet. I've got some great prizes still coming. And this goes to Debbie Brown.
Hey, Debbie!
Thanks.
Yay!
All right, and then let's shove this in here so we don't lose it. There you go. And then we have a third one. We ended up with 3. Cool. This one's gray. So this one's, you can make for anybody.
To make for your guy.
Yeah, good. And this is going to go to Madam Registrar.
Yeah, that's how you're listed. So we need your name, madam.
Yeah. That's her email address.
You know who this is then.
And then I have 2 more.
Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Come on. Whoa.
So I have an asymmetrical lace
Oh,
shawl.
you don't.
Oh, I
really.
want
Yes, I
that.
do. In a lovely shade of kind of a violet,
I love
mid
that.
violet.
Oh.
So this is going to go. Julia Hunter's Madam Registrar, by the way.
Okay.
This is going to go to Kay Stolt.
Yay!
Yay, Kay!
Yay, okay, now do it again.
Yay! They're drinking.
Good for them. Good for them. All right, and then I have one more of the asymmetrical lace shawl in a lovely shade of muted aqua.
Wait, I need to put my name in this folder. Hold on.
Carrie. And this goes to Carolyn Steimel. Did I say that right? I hope.
I hope.
Stimmel, I think.
Stimmel. Carolyn.
Yeah, it's Stimmel. Thank you.
Hey,
Yay,
Caroline.
Carolyn.
Thanks.
I hate reading people's names out when I don't know them because I'm like, I don't want to butcher your name.
Hot dog.
And fun.
Okay,
Well, how much fun was that? Wow.
3 down, 3 to go.
3 down. Okay.
So our next yarn. So next yarn is called Andean Dream. And so this is actually a blend of baby llama, merino, and nylon. And I am a complete sucker for wool blends. I love actually wool camelid blends in particular, and wool silk blends. And Really, really, really lovely to work with. Super squishy, great halo. The nylon just gives it a little bit of stability and strength is the only purpose of that. But buttery soft. Now, those that aren't familiar with llama, there are three main differences between llama and alpaca. Well, physically, llamas are bigger and they don't have the fuzzy cuteness on their head. And they're also known for having a really horrible attitude. There's all these cute little memes that compare about llamas liking death metal and will stab you if you turn your back on them. But the other things that are different is llama hair has to be dehaired like cashmere. So alpaca does not. So there's guard hairs in llama. So it goes through a dehairing process, and then llama ends up feeling just like the same grade of alpaca. So once it's dehaired, llama and alpaca are almost indistinguishable unless you're super trained and you know exactly what you're feeling. The other thing about llama is is slightly more insulating because this core is it has a slightly larger core, hollow core. So both alpaca and llama have a hollow core in the inside of their fiber. So llama's is a little bit larger for the fiber diameter than the alpaca's is. And then the third difference is honestly, because llama is lesser known, it usually tends to be less expensive for the same quality fiber. So it's really a lovely, it's a great value. And I'm sitting here squishing it because I really love the feel of this yarn. Sorry. You can squish. Carrie wants to squish, but I love working with this yarn. To me, it's fabulous. So my first one I have to show you is called the Scarlet Sampler Shawl. This is 2 skeins. I designed this so I can tell you exactly what it is. I'm almost positive it's 2. Yes, it is 2. Thought it was. But 2 skeins, really great, fun way to play with different lace samples. There's 5 different lace patterns, I believe, in this. But it's a fun way to just kind of practice some lace. But I'll show you kind of more of the as I reach. And good. But there you go. But that gives you. But this once you block it out, super soft, super warm, but lightweight, and that is really delightful to work with. Great stitch definition. The nice part about mixing merino with either llama or alpaca is it gives it all the fabulous qualities of wool, where you get the bounce and the memory. So it holds its shape. And then you add that delicious, luscious softness and halo from the alpaca or llama in there. So it ends up being an absolutely delectable yet practical yarn to work with.
And just 2 skeins.
Just 2 skeins. I love blocking. Blocking is fabulous. It makes wonderful things possible. See if this goes on. Oh, it does. I'm so excited. I never know if the arms are going to fit or not. That's my problem because and so this is called the Trailing Vines cardigan, and it's by Edie Ekman, and comes in 5 sizes, but super cute. And what's nice, I'm going to come up close so you can see it, but really create little bobble tree on this. It goes all the way down. Nice raglan shaping here. Cute short sleeve. You can easily make these longer. If you don't like the mid-length sleeves, you can definitely make them longer. But yeah, you do the little button up here. Super cute, but really flattering. Great to throw over something. And I'm a huge fan. I wear a lot of cardigans here because our weather is all over the place. You especially this time of year, you get up in the morning, it's marine layers on, it's freezing out. And so you can kind of adjust as the day goes on. And my very favorite piece, actually, I'm going to have Funtel show hers. I'm saving this for the end because they're going to forget about everything else after they've seen that.
That's really cute on you.
So this is a shoulder wrap.
Yes.
So it just goes over it. Look at the detail that go over the shoulders. So you just put it on. I love the neckline, and again, it's not so tight that I can't still use my arms and still keep it fit on. I just think this is
it's a great piece.
It's
And
just
I love the
really,
details on it.
Yeah, love
Yes.
this.
And
Love
this
the
is,
shoulder.
I want to say it's Kelly Forster. Yep, it's Kelly Forster, and it's called the Winter's Dream Poncho. There is a matching hat as well. So
And
if you like this,
and how many skeins?
this is 3 to 4 skeins. So
That's
it
a
comes in 2
great
sizes.
color.
Yeah,
Great
isn't this
color.
fun?
Yeah. Plummy.
Okay.
So We've got a set of fingerless mitts. I'll talk about the cardigan last because I love the cardigan. So, one skein. This is done, the Cascade Yarns design team. They're called the Broken Rib Mitts. But really quick little pair of fingerless mitts. There's llama or alpaca on the hands is just a delightful thing. And it's super warm and nice and cozy. So we've got a skein there. We have this really cute set of, and none of my hang tags are staying today. This is the Fair Isle set by Diane Zangle, and 2 skeins will make you a pair of mittens, which I'm not going to put on because I have really big hands and these are a little bit smaller. Carries much better than that. I have my hands are like a size men large, so I don't wear a lot of stuff. But and then we have a cute little matching hat. And it does have the folded, it has the double brim on it, so it's super warm. So this is a great winter set to keep you warm and cozy. And my tags keep falling off today. So let's stuff that in there. And then additionally, I have a cute little slouch called the Manteca slouch. I designed this. This is a cute little one skein. I think I can get this one on, but just a little bit of a slouch.
That's cute on you.
So real simple slouch, but this is another real simple repeat, comfy, one skein project. I probably have 2 sizes knowing me, but, and simple decreases, but it's called the Manteca slouch. Most of my stuff's named after jazz tunes. And then we have a really super cute crocheted hat. It's this big slouchy, it's a textured crochet hat by Leche Gentry and uses 2 skeins, including this massive pom-pom of goodness. And then my very favorite piece is, I have a thing about big cardigans that cover my booty and have pockets. Guess what? We got everything here. And this is called the Dream Cardi by Melissa Liebman. I basically told her what I wanted and she made it for me. She made it and I can wear it.
Yeah, there you go.
We all Google ooh and ah over this. So this is an absolutely fabulous basic cardigan that is uber warm and comfy, and you can make it whatever color will go with anything. Gray is my color because I live in Seattle and I've gotten where I wear gray more than anything else. This comes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sizes, and it goes between 6 and 10 skeins. But yes, and the pockets are actually big enough you can use them. They are functional pockets. This is so important. There's nothing worse than non-functional pockets. Is that and they're right length where I don't have to kill myself to get to them. So this is my favorite piece here. I love this.
Yay.
So this is Andy and Dream, and we have some lovely door prizes for Andy and Dream.
Oh my gosh.
Because we have to let everybody try it. And this is a way where you can see how much you really like it. And I'm going to throw this back on so I don't lose it. So our first one we have a Manteca slouch in kind of a bright blue. And this is going to go to Joanne Mann. Congratulations, Joanne.
Hey, thank you.
Joanne.
Hey.
All right, there's hers. And then we have a set of the mitts in a fabulous shade of purple. And that's gonna go to Lori Forey. Did I say that right?
Well, I may not have written it right.
Lori, and your last name is
Lori, yeah, Lori Arndt, thanks.
Lori, spell your last name, please.
AHRENDT, but you pronounce it just like you aren't going somewhere.
There we
Okay,
go.
perfect.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, Lori.
Thank you.
And then we have a scarlet sample shawl in a lovely shade of deep teal.
Ooh.
And that's gonna go to Joan. Does Joan have a last name?
It's this one, right?
Yes, it's that one.
Oh,
So
this-
Joan, we need to know who you are. It's
Oh,
this-
that is beautiful. Thank you. The last name is Kloster. Kloster.
Fabulous.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Thank you so much.
Yay, you're very welcome.
Yeah.
Have a way to
This
really,
is super soft.
yeah, it's really, and it's a great piece. And
Yeah,
then
that's beautiful.
Isn't that pretty?
Yes.
no one's gonna want this. I have a dream cardi.
Wait, I got to put my name in there.
Ah, with 10 skeins of Andy and Dream, so you can make any of the sizes.
Oh my God.
We always try to make sure whatever the largest size is, so whatever size it is somebody is, they can make their price.
Oh my gosh, you guys. All right.
All right,
This
and
is a
this is
nice
gonna go
one.
to Cindy Rochelle.
Cindy? Are you there?
Uh-oh.
Cindy, if you're there, unmute yourself. All right, we'll put
Okay.
her name on it.
I like the bags. And you get a fabulous logo bag too. So we are down to our last 2 yards. So cantata. I'll speed it up. My last 2 goes faster. I'm done with my tirade on soup wash. Cantata. Cantata is what we call an aerojet yarn. It is a cotton tube with merino wool blown into it. So what results in this is this lightweight fabric with fabulous stitch definition. And I love working with this yarn. It's a personal favorite. And you get this kind of heathery look to it because the cotton tube is undyed. And I'm going to let the garments do the rest of speaking for this yarn. By the way, this is hand wash, because if you put it in your washer, you will be pulling fiber out of your wash for the next 5 years, because it's just going to go everywhere. But it's really got a great hand to it. So the first thing I'm going to show you, and I'm just going to hold this up because it's an accessory, is a really simple 1 skein cowl that I did when we first got it. And I was going to H&H in Germany, and I needed something to show off the yarn, so I found out a cowl on the way there. So this is called a crescendo cowl, and it did great for showing off just how much, this is just a really, really simple knit purl combination, but has great texture to it. So I'm going to do that. I have accessory piece over there now. I think I don't. Okay. Our next piece that we have is, and I'll let you get dressed up, Fontella, with the green one, is the parallelogram infinity scarf, which is 2 skeins. And once again, you can see fabulous stitch definition on this. And it is light and it's super comfy. And this is a great multi-season yarn because you mostly feel the cotton and then you get this little bit of halo and loft out of the wool. But it's not a super warm yarn, but it is a really great layering piece and multi-season yarn to wear. Yes, it is parallel and gray mini scarf. And our next piece, I want to see how this looks over my dress. I'm going to polish if it looks goofy. It's a super cute top. It's a button vest top, and it comes in this ungodly number of sizes. I want to say it's something like 8, 9, or 10. And yeah, it would look better with a different top. It would look much better with a tank top. But it's a super cute. I would wear a tank top with it, but really fun piece. Designed by Simona Merchant Dust. I want to say there's like 8 sizes in it, but a really fun piece. Dress it up, throw you some of your favorite buttons here, or skip the buttons if they're not your thing. But really great piece. I'm going to find Fontel.
Okay.
Another shoulder wrap. So again, you just drop it over your head. A great cable in the front, rib stitches along the sides, stockinette on the sleeves. 1 piece. Again, I still can function. I can still work with my arms and so forth, and not have it all right up and whatnot. So this, I think this is a really fun little piece. Simple little neckline. Okay.
3 skeins.
3 skeins.
It's called the Wyatt Jade Poncho.
Only 3.
And this is, and what's another advantage of the airjet yarns is you can knit on a bigger needle than you would for something else with the same yardage. And so because it has so much loft to it, because it's not spun, the fibers are loose in there, give it lots of loft. So this is the Margarita. This is designed by Melissa Leitman. And the beautiful part about this is honestly the sleeve detail. It's this wonderful open lacy. The rest of it's just a cute, basic little cardigan. Just very basic and simple. Comes in a really rather large. There's 3 sizes for this. It goes up to 47-inch bust, and it's 4, 6, or 8 skeins. goes small through extra large. So super cute top.
I love how this dyes because the way it dyes, all these colors look just a little bit tweedy or shaded.
Yes. Yeah, and that's because the
Really a different look from the others. And it's
Yeah.
super soft again.
and then our last piece, and Fontel's gonna have to remind me of the name of this pattern because I have the trellis. So I designed this for Fontel to have for a while. So this is a wrap in the cantata. I want to say it's 4 skeins. Am I right? But this was a pattern that Fontel's had here. And just a simple lace pattern all over, but you could also, if you were feeling inclined and you felt like seaming it, you could easily make this into a really nice poncho. We didn't do that to it, but you could very easily make it into a poncho as well, if you wanted to have that. But really great all over texture. And we are going to hit our door prizes for this. So our first prize is we have one of the crescendo cowls in a soft pink. Is it this one? Yep.
Yep.
Kind of a soft orchid, actually. And that's going to go to Lori Scarafiotti.
Yes,
Did I butcher that too bad?
or is in Wenatchee.
All right.
Yay!
Congratulations, Lori. And let me shove that in there so we don't lose it. And then our next one is 2 skeins to make the parallelogram infinity scarf by Beth Whiteside. And it's gonna be 2 skeins, and we have a nice olive shade. And this is gonna go to Heidi Anton. So Heidi Anton.
Yay, thank you, thanks. Wonderful.
We love hearing from you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right. And then our last one in cantata is the Wyatt Jade poncho in a shade of turquoise.
It's what Fontel's wearing.
What Fontel is
Yeah,
wearing.
exactly.
So this is more of a turquoise than the jade color. And this is going to go to Gail. And Gail will need your last name.
Gail.
Yeah.
Gail, if you're there, unlock.
I'm here. Last
Yay.
name is Reschke,
Spell it, please.
Reschke.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much. It's beautiful.
Welcome. And it's a great piece. All right. And we are to our final yarn for the piece. And that is our 128 superwash, which is our chunky. And it's a yarn we've had around for quite a while. It's a delight to work with. This one you guys probably got more than 50 yards of because we were dividing the skein in 2 because we didn't really want to have like this little leftover random amounts. So the 128 superwash, the 2-ply works up quickly, super soft, really, really, really squishy. Lots of squish factor here. Fabulous to work with, great stitch definition. And so I've got 2 accessories I'm going to show you before I forget, because I forget. So I have a pair of mitts, and I'm going to borrow Carrie's hands because they're much nicer for these than mine are. And a cute little hat with this great detail on it. So that the detail goes here and it matches the hat. Fun little set, 2 skeins will do it. And it's the Birch Creek fingerless hats, mitts and hats set by Nikki Wagner. But really fun set. I'm going to leave these all together with her. The next one is a 1 skein hat that I did. Let's see if I can get it on. It's called Tintin Dio. And it's 1 skein. I was trying to do a 1 skein. Anybody could wear it hat. Just a real quick little beanie. But, and I'll pull it off so you can see the stitch detail up close. A lot, you can kind of see the squish factor, and I got to hold still so you can actually see it. But yeah, but super squishy and comfy. And then we've got a cables cowl. This I want to say is 2 skeins. It's the Pretty Cables Cowl by Cheryl Beckridge. It is 2 skeins.
Oh,
super
soft.
squish. You know, just really, really luscious to work with. It's going to hold its shape, hold its.
Oh, that's yummy.
This is, I believe, is the L back. I spelled cable backwards.
Yeah.
Out of names. So this is two skeins. It's a reversible cable scarf. Same on both sides. I love reversible cables. And I hate scarves when I can't wear both, show both sides of it, and I go out of the house feeling like I'm really, really dumb. Because I put something on backwards, and also don't like seeing the ugly side. So this is two skeins. You can wear it, you know, super warm, squishy, a lot of squish here.
That's really amazing. It's only two skeins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so two skeins of the 128 Superwash will do the L back. So this next one here is called the Rocky Road. And it's one Fontel's had in her shop for a while. This one I want to say is two skeins each of 3 colors. And you can make your own combination of this, and Carrie's going to come fix me.
And we have beautiful color combinations on the website
Yeah.
too.
And they've been doing some great color combinations, but you could do 3 contrast colors. You could do something tonal. You could the different possibilities. You can do stuff that's complementary. You can get as crazy as you want, but yeah, 3 colors that interact with each other. Super great, comfy to wear, but
Nice size.
it's a nice size, and it's not a hard shawl, just a lot of knitting. But the good news is with this yarn, it'll go fast and it'll be super comfy. And then
What's the name of that shawl?
Rocky Road.
Rocky Road.
Doesn't have it.
So those of you that didn't realize, of course, that our store has still been open while we were doing this. And so I called upon a dear friend and a great customer, Roz, to be my backdoor tender. So she was actually selling while the store was open while we were doing this. And Roz has on the Great Yarns cable poncho. It's done out of 128 Superwash. And again, it's a rectangle. You just knit the rectangle, sew it up sideways. I just think it looks really fabulous on everybody. The cable intertwines, and then it's got a little mistake rib for the rest of it. So again, this is 128 Superwash. And thank you, Roz, for being our tender of the back door and keeping our store open while we were doing all this.
Thank you, Ross.
So-
Not a problem. It was fun to do.
All right.
All right, and my last piece I have is called the Sattery cardigan. Once again, this fits. I have pockets. I have a comfy cardigan. This has great stitch detail. It's designed by Cheryl Beckerich. You can tell I like cardigans. And this goes from an extra small to a 3X. So it goes from a 32-inch bust to a 56-inch bust. This is a super comfy, great piece. It uses up to 13 skeins for the largest size, as low as 7, but that's for a long cardigan, super squishy, warm, lots of cool details. The pockets are actually, I'm gonna see if I can show you, but the pockets actually are like doubled, so they will hold up. It's not just like a placard. There's actually there you go. There's a little pocket inside, super cute. So there's a built-in pocket there. They're not just a flap over top, but
I love this band on
yeah,
here.
the band on it's got
It's
great
really
detail. I'll
attractive.
come a little closer, but this is my last piece in the 128 Superwash. And we've got a few more door prizes because I know nobody wants any more of those.
Oh, no. Yeah.
No, not
And-
more.
Okay.
So wait, there's more.
Actually, this is amazing.
So our first one is going to be one of the Tintindio hats, which was this one I designed here. And I think there are 2 sizes. I got to remember. It's been a while since I counted that one. Third on one of the guys, I think, at some point. And this is going to go to Susan Estes. Say that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Susan, you have won a hat in the Summer Sky Heather color. And I'm going to throw your name in there. Congratulations.
Hey, Susan.
This is going to be the Rocky Road shawl reimagined
Oh my
in
gosh.
shades of pink.
Oh,
With that group.
beautiful.
So,
This one.
so we had completely different colorway here. And this is going to go to Lynn Keller. Hey, Lynn.
Thank you so much. It's beautiful.
You're very
Yay.
We'll have
welcome.
fun with this, Lynn.
All right. And that's
All
for
right.
Montel. And our, oh, no. I got another Tintin Dio hat. Sorry, this one's in sapphire heather. And this is gonna go, I was all excited about the last prize. This is gonna go to Rochelle Casper.
Yay, Rochelle.
And then our last prize that nobody's gonna want is a Saturday cardigan with 13 skeins
Oh
of
my gosh.
128 superwash in Aster Heather, which is this fabulous pink purple kind of orchidy heather color.
That color is gorgeous.
I like the color.
Yeah, gorgeous. All right, everybody,
And the
here we
last
go.
prize is gonna go to Mickey Britton. So congratulations, Mickey.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And
That'll be lovely.
if, does anyone have any questions at all?
Yeah, open up your,
Yeah,
unmute
open your mics
yourselves.
up.
We have a couple of questions.
Okay.
I have a question. If I wanted to make the shawl a little bit bigger and add a color, I was thinking of adding the cascade, the 220 straw.
Okay, that would work
Would
beautiful.
that,
Oh
would
God,
that
that's gorgeous.
go with it?
Oh God, yes, it'd be gorgeous. It would fit in here beautifully. You could totally fit it in. You could squeeze it in. Honestly, it'd probably look really good somewhere in this area, which is where it would fit in gauge wise, or even over here transitioning to over here. So yes, the straw would look fabulous.
Okay, and is there any other colors that would be good if I wanted to add?
Any of the olive colors would be great. You could throw in cordovan, which is 9408, which is a brown with some red. If you're looking at 220, there's a birch heather that's a little bit more vibrant than the straw. And then
First, what?
birch heather is 9564, if I remember correctly. I'm just trying to think of that. There's also, I think, pumpkin spice, which is 2453, would look fabulous in here. So anything in the green, brown, gold, burnt
Okay.
orange would work in here. And honestly, you'd probably, your best bet would be to sit down and kind of look, but the 220, there's so many options of something that could work in here, and you could definitely make it bigger.
Okay, great, thank you.
You're very welcome.
And then there's another question.
Lace 3, row 11.
I brought the pattern out so I could, okay, so row 11. Okay,
Knit 2, yarn over,
yes.
4. Knit 2, yarn over, knit 4, except on the last grouping, it'll be 5. On the very last repeat, it'll be knit 5 where that knit 4 is.
Okay, because I think what I did on that is I just put to last 3 stitches and end knit 3 instead of, so it ends up being
So you
equivalent.
knit 5 and then you're gonna have 3 stitches,
Okay.
okay?
On row 11?
So you
Did you say
knit
row 11?
Row
4,
11?
5. Oh, you're gonna have knit 2. Okay,
Row
row
5.
row 11,
Row 11.
knit 2, yarn over, knit 4.
Not knit
Mine,
5.
mine says knit 5.
Right, that's why
Right.
she's saying it's knit 4.
And then
No,
in
it starts off with the K2 yarn over knit 5, and then within the repeat, it's K2 tog yarn over knit 4. And then what you're going to do is there, I accommodated for the last, you're going to end with 3 stitches at the end. So there's the K3 at the end, which is equivalent to doing knit 5 and K2.
okay, that's fine.
Okay,
That's fine.
Thank you.
Okay.
all right, you're welcome.
Just a little housekeeping note. Those of you that are out of the area, I will be mailing your kits to you. Those of you who are local, please come in and pick them up. So I'd love to give them to you in person. And again, about the website and so forth, most everything that you saw tonight will be on our website. I have the yarns that Shannon talked about are in the store. If there's a color that you do not see or that you want and I don't have it in stock, I will be happy to get it for you. So just check out the website. You can, on our new website, you can search by company. So you can go to yarns and then go over to the alphabet and go A through and find the C, go to cascade, and you'll see kits and you'll see yarns. So anything at all, if you have questions, don't hesitate to either call me or email me. We are here to help you. All right. I cannot.
I have a question.
Yes.
Thank you.
On the first sweater that you showed, you were wearing it earlier this evening. And it was the summer raglan top. Now that's available. I could order that pattern.
It's a free pattern on cascadeyarns.com.
Oh, it is. It's a free pattern.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she wore a few of the ones she wore were patterns from our website. She modeled a few for me that
Yeah.
are better than me.
Oh, okay. I just love that. I think it's beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
a great top, and
it takes 3 or 4 skeins of noble.
Okay. And then I could look at your supply and see what you have on your website.
Yes, you sure can. You let me know what color you want. We'll get happy to drop it in the mail to you.
Okay, thank you very much. It was a wonderful presentation.
thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yes. Thank
And
you.
what's the-
Thank you. Thank you.
You
And
know,
what's the pattern?
I'm gonna say that Shannon was very giving with all that she brought. It surprised us and what she
Yes.
brought to give
Absolutely.
all of you.
Yeah.
But we hope from this that you enjoy, the things that we're sending, but that it also inspires you to do a new project. So we hope that this has been inspirational
Exactly.
and a little educational, but that there are things that maybe you'd like to get on your needles. So I want to say thank you.
Yeah, Bill, thank you so much, everyone.
It
Someone
was
was
wonderful. Thank you.
about missing part of it because of traffic, and I'm so sorry. I understand. I got here extra early because our traffic getting here is horrible. I think we recorded it, so reach out to Carrie and she can help you about getting a copy of the recording because I know we recorded a good chunk of it.
I'm going to apologize right now because I started the recording probably halfway through. Maybe the part you saw and not the part you didn't see. But we will have this recording. We got excited at the beginning. I didn't start it soon enough, but you'll see the recording come up.
Yeah,
All
and,
righty.
and
Question.
Natalie, if you have any specific questions, reach out to Fontel. She knows how to get hold of me. I can answer anything you had. And she has a list of all the patterns that were here. So if you're kind of curious, what are some patterns for this? She can send you some links with some free downloads for that, as well as tell you what she has available on her site. So we can try to support you on the things that you missed because traffic is horrible.
Gotcha.
And it's getting bad again. Yeah.
And one last, I think is one of the last ones. It was it root beer? You gave it away too in a purple color. It was the brown and white.
Oh, the
Oh,
Rocky Road.
Rocky Road.
It sounded like, sounded
Well,
like.
that sounded like root beer float.
Exactly.
Exactly. Food, I think now. So yeah, great. All right, yes, here we go. The beast.
This is a fabulous piece.
What about the poncho that you were wearing towards the middle of it? That had the yarns that made the stripes of different colors and you had
gray?
sewn?
The gray one?
Yeah, yours.
Yeah.
Great one.
Yeah, it's here.
That's a
What's the-
wonderful piece.
It's this one.
Yes. What's the pattern number on that?
This is my pattern and it's complementary with the yarn and it's called Ribs and Wave. Yeah,
Ribs and
here it
wave
is.
poncho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
Rip and wave.
Rib and Wave poncho. And it will be on the website as well. And it may be listed twice. You can go to Great Yarns and Great Yarns Kits and you'll find this. And it will also be under Cascade.
And how many scans for that one?
4.
4. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yes, it was. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for coming.
So much for joining us. All righty. Bye now.
Bye.
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 Hi.
Thanks.
Bye.